Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Park Hill South, and welcome to the Southside Scoop. I'm Zoe Dunn.
And I'm Talia Garcia. Today is Thursday, October 11th, and it is a black day.
So, Talia, how was your morning?
It was pretty cool outside. I could tell how cold it was because I could see my breath.
Wow, that's cold. That reminds me of a story that Peyton, Mary, and Jacob have for us on another thing you can see in the air.
Over the past few years, there's been a long-standing battle between the school and one of the latest trends that's been hitting the public.
Last year was a pretty heavy year for vaping devices, and it's kind of starting to get that way this year.
But if you're of legal age and part of the vaping trend, you'll definitely want to keep it away from the school.
Being caught with it in your possession, you're going to end up with in-school suspension. Caught vaping with it, you're going to get out-of-school suspension. We are also looking at if you are transmitting it and handing it off and what is inside of it.
And alongside the school punishments, the legal side of the issue could be much more severe.
Generally, one of two things either happens. Depending on the age of the student, they'll be referred to the juvenile office for services for possession of a tobacco vaping device, or if they're of adult age, which is 17 or higher, they could be referred to the municipal court here in Riverside.
Opinions on this issue vary widely, and some of these opinions lean toward the troubled side.
Not a huge fan of them on a personal level, but for an adult who's over the age, I think it's 18, and that's their personal preference, I suppose, to do what they want to do. But obviously for students, I'm not looking for them to be involved in that.
Overall, vaping is still a very controversial issue that the school's policy prohibits. Signing off for the Southside Scoop, I'm Mary Garrett alongside Peyton Haverman and Jacob Womack.
Thanks, Mary, Peyton, and Jacob. Everyone knows about the tardy table, whether they like it or not. What most don't know is that they are extending the time that a student will be counted tardy for first block. Students will continue to check in at the tardy table with their ID from 7:30 to 7:50 a.m. After that time, a student will continue to be marked tardy and will not be excused for a first block tardy unless they have a medical note.
What's now? You know one place you can't be tardy to? College. Speaking of which, college visits are today. We have Stevens College at 9:30 a.m. and Maryville University at 1:30 p.m. If college visits aren't enough, consider attending the college fair at the Kansas City Convention Center on Tuesday, October 16th. There are two sessions, 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. and 5 to 7 p.m. Interested students should sign up in the counseling office and must pick up a parent permission form and teacher sign-off. When you are picking up your college fair form, consider grabbing a picture retake form. New pictures will be delivered within 3 to 4 weeks. I'm sure most underclass students are sick of hearing about Jocelyn's orders. But for those of you who are seniors, you should note that Jocelyn's plans to be here on Tuesday, October 16th during lunch periods to take additional graduation cap and gown orders. Please make sure to bring your $60 down payment. If you have not placed your cap and gown order for graduation, please see the sales rep.
Well, before I get ahead of myself and walk down the aisle ready to toss my cap in the air, let's head on over to Connor with sports.
Thanks, guys. Sports have had a lot going on lately, so let's get started. Swim had their senior night on Tuesday at Park Hill, with Grayson Linger placing first in dive. Luke Brown was 0.4 seconds away from a state qualifying time and got first place, but the team fell 100-86 to Park Hill. And soccer beat Truman 4-1 last night, with Carson Lindsay scoring 3 goals and Evan Othout scoring 1. Also, any male that is playing a fall sport and is planning on trying out for basketball, we are having a mandatory meeting on Thursday, October 18th after school in room A101. If you are unable to attend, make sure you see either Coach Parra or Coach McDaniels.
Hey Connor, so what sports events are coming up over the long weekend?
Well, volleyball plays Truman tonight at home, football plays at Blue Springs South tomorrow night, and districts for softball are going on right now, And we have a huge game against Park Hill tonight right here at South, so make sure you don't miss that.
Thanks, Connor. And on the lunch menu today, we have 3-cheese baked rotini with meatballs, breaded chicken sandwich, crazy cheesy bread, and the premium meal is loaded potato skins bar.
And happy birthdays today go out to Kaylin Miner, Storm Henry, Connor Addington, Lawrence Cohen, James Russell, Mrs. Rowe, the nurse, Mr. Small, the custodian, and our very own Hayden Wells.
Well, that's all we have for you today on the Southside Scoop. I'm Talia Garcia.
And I'm Zoe Dunn. Have a super Thursday, Park Hill South. We leave you with footage of Tuesday's choir concert.